What academy graduates were you looking up to when growing up?
I think the obvious ones, Bakayo and Emil, their duo, kind of like me and Eve now. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I agree. I think even like Joe Willock, Reece Nelson, all these players when we were young, we looked up to them.
When you talk about Arsenal Academy and when you talk about Star Boys, you cannot forget the OG Reece Nelson, number 24, the man rapping Adidas. He's going to be our left winger for today's game as we evo him up to a 90 with finesse plus and press proven. He's going to be absolutely silky on the ball, facilitating the play down the left hand side, just like what you see here. Immaculate footwork. But when it comes to supplying all these chances at the 10, Emil Smith Rowe. There's no one else who I can imagine excelling at the camp position when it comes to the Hayland Academy. Smith Rowe, finesse plus again. You're starting to see the trend. First touch to get in all the ping passes. And yeah, 90 pluses everywhere. Great play styles. And you best believe we're going to utilize that finesse shot plus just like he did here in this clip. And when it comes to his partner in crime, the deadly duo, we have to put in the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest Hayland Academy prospect and the greatest talent we've ever produced, Bukayo Saka, on of course the right wing. He's going to be smashing it in from everywhere, inside and outside the box for me. And what we need right now is a guide up front. We have a young talent, we have a raw talent supplying the front line, but we need the new Immortals SBC Thierry Henry, low driven plus and rapid. You already know he's going to be finishing off all the chances, and with the youth around him, he's going to be livelier than ever. As we move on to the first game, let's go. Fairly decent team, looks like a fun team to be honest. Good win there. There's Lewis Kelly through to Saka, and we're already ahead. Number 7 in minute 7, Bukayo Saka for the first knee slide of the game. Big interception from Katie McCabe. Here's Smith Rowe again. Beautiful pass. Henry. It's Reece Nelson. Finishes for his first. 10 minutes into the game, Reece Nelson doubles the lead. Big tackle from Sol Campbell at the back. Smith Rowe picking it up once more. Henry and Saka with a give and go. It's Thierry Henry. And there's the first pause of the game. And there's going to be the last pause of the game. Thierry Henry buries it. And every single one of our new players getting goal contributions. Brilliant to see. Fernando Torres, Luis Suarez there to test our back line, and Gabriel has been tested there, and he's given away a penalty. Upsteps Ronald Koeman, of all people, up against Emi Martinez, off the post, off the keeper, and a rebound header. An early penalty does get converted, but here comes Henry, looking to retaliate, passes everyone, and hits the post. Nelson finds Henry, to Saka. Unfortunately blocked. Smith Rowe. Reece Nelson goes down to the byline, beats one, beats two, and a big save from the keeper. Smith Rowe's missed time challenge gives him a yellow card. Won by Walty. Smith Rowe on the overlap here on the right hand side. Still Smith Rowe. Beats his man. Saved. Rebounds everywhere. And another save. To clear off Thierry Henry's shot. Lewis Kelly regroups. Walty for Saka. Smith Rowe. Back to Saka. Brilliant. Floors the keeper. This time it's undeniable. We're one apiece. Bukayo Saka gets us off and running once again. That's 2 games in a row. Van der Sar stood no chance there. Coleman marauding forward, but Lewis Kelly caught him out. An incisive pass to Bukayo Saka, who's now through on goal. They're not closing him down. Preoccupied with Henry, and Saka belts it in for his second. And there's Lewis Kelly again. Smith Rowe has slid through. Thierry Henry, 1-on-1 against Vidic. Going left, going right, and bending it in just classic Thierry Henry fashion. And that gives us our second win. 2 rage quits out of 2. And once again, goal contributions everywhere from our Highland boys and Thierry Henry. On to game number 3. Much better team this time. Son and Eto'o at the front. Ruud Gullit. Who's stopping him? Brilliant ball. It's Youngman Son of all people, who's lobbed the keeper, and it's a 1 goal deficit again early on. Ben White. Smith Rowe back to Ben White. Finds Saka. Evades a tackle. Reece Nelson is there at the back post. Equalizer again from Hayland. Campbell. Tackle gives it straight to Henry. Saka does well to stay on his feet. Leo Walty. Looking for space. Finds Saka. Henry. Slides it through. And they're in the lead again. Son. Big room there for Barcola. Gabriel can't stop it. And it's in the back of the net from Samuel Eto'o. It's 2-2. Gabriel, big tackle. Big pass through. Look at Saka. Sees Henry in acres of space. Does chip Van der Sar. 3-2. Thierry Henry double right now. Samuel Eto'o. Stopped by McCabe. Good pass too. Sol Campbell. Amazingly done by Lewis Kelly, dictating that counter. And Henry is just offside. Lewis Kelly's interception. Bounces back. Nelson. Henry. Back to Reece Nelson. He's gone. He can't catch him. And he's made a fool of the goalkeeper. Reece Nelson's second of the game. Marlon trying to find a way through, but Walty's intercepted it. Finds Henry. Here's Saka. Back to Henry. And back to Saka. It's too easy. Pick your poison at that point. It's 5-2. It's Bukayo Saka there to nestle it home. Leo Walty. Smith Rowe. Finds Saka, who absolutely bodies Zambrota, sending him to another universe. Henry to Emil Smith Rowe. He started off the attack, and he's finally on the score sheet for this game. A very much well-deserved goal for Emil Smith Rowe. And that's our first game that made it to 90 minutes. And even then, it really shouldn't have. Henry with 2, Nelson with 2, Saka and Smith Rowe with a goal apiece. Hat-trick of assists for Henry and Saka. And at this point, EA's trying to not let us play another game. They're seeing us win too much. They're seeing us playing with so much fun. We're having too much fun for their liking. So they've disabled gameplay for us. But looking at these numbers, Reece Nelson, I have to say, is the one who actually impressed me the most. He's always in the right positions. He's always there to finish the chances. Even more than Saka, to be honest. But we head into game 4. Well, it's quite clear that he's going to be subbing off that front three. It's a free kick. Reece Nelson will be the one standing over the ball. Quite some range. Reece Nelson headed out. Walsh to Mateus, who's gotten caught. And Smith Rowe, ingenious pass. There's Bukayo Saka. There's a save. And there's Reece Nelson once again. Right place, right time. It's Reece Nelson. Big tackle from Lewis Kelly once more. It's the Kelly and Walty show in the middle. Reece Nelson, beautiful finish on the low driven. Reece Nelson double. It's Lewis Kelly off the tackle from McCabe. Nelson back to Lewis Kelly. Henry is there and he's through on goal. And it's a classic Thierry Henry finish. 3-0 in just over 15 minutes. The game's looking out of sight now. Mateus has been struggling all game. And oh, he's fumbled the game there. Henry, Smith Rowe. Look at the physicality. Look at the pace. Emil Smith Rowe doesn't need any help whatsoever. I think it's safe to say that that's game, set, and match. Another tackle from McCabe. Nelson to Smith Rowe. Beautifully weighted pass. Reece Nelson down the line, cuts inside. Reece Nelson for the hat trick and gets it. The first to a hat trick. How impressive is he? Reece Nelson, remember the name. 5 goals to 0. This is all happening in the first half. It's Mateus, who's lost the ball again. Walty on the interception this time. And another tackle. Smith Rowe trying to regain possession and does. Beautiful skill from Emil Smith Rowe. Saka to Henry. Brilliant 1-2. Saka's in a scoring position. Still Saka and still Saka and still Saka. With his best Lionel Messi impression. Absolutely beautiful from Arsenal's number 7. Second half not proving any different. McCabe, Nelson, back to Katie McCabe. More advanced role this time. And there's Bukayo Saka, number 7 for goal number 7. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's Reece Nelson. Immaculate dribbling. Smith Rowe's give and go. On the lob. There's Henry. And clearly taken down. Couldn't stay up. It's a penalty. Saka makes way for Smith Rowe. He had to score in this game. Emil Smith Rowe right down the middle. And pose for the cameras. It hasn't been an easy night for our opponents here. It's Thierry Henry. Oh my word, look at the pace. Thierry Henry all the way. Don't blink. Or blink. It's up to you. The score stays the same. It's 9 goals to 0. Thierry Henry, the belter from close range. And it's Reece Nelson, the first person to get the match ball from us. And to be fair, the only reason why it's taken this long is because of rage quits. If everyone stayed in, this would have been the scoreline for every single game. 9 goals plus. This team is in immaculate form. The chemistry is off the charts. There's literally nothing I can complain about with this. Smith Rowe is running the midfield. Lewis Kelly and Walty just enforcing every single thing that comes against them. Saka and Nelson running the wing, and Henry is just unstoppable, just way too powerful up front. Which brings us to our last game, our final game of the episode. Desai and Van Dijk at the back, and a Thierry Henry of their own on the other end. Smith Rowe, to Saka, and Henry, and we're on the attack already. Van Dijk's there. Van Dijk can't clear though. Henry to Smith Rowe, beautiful pass, Saka, and just after 2 minutes, we're already ahead as Bukayo Saka, but what a pass from Smith Rowe. It's Henry, big tackle from Campbell. White plays a lob. Saka on the build-up. Smith Rowe does brilliantly, and it's a 3-on-3 here against the back line. Saka, Henry is there, and Reece Nelson finishes it off. Reece Nelson in the box. Perfectly executed again. Lewis Kelly just a little overhit, but Reece Nelson will continue to push for it. Van Dijk, Alisson, they're all having a tough time trying to play it out from the back, and they can't play it out from the back. Give and go, Henry and Smith Rowe, and that is game. Too much to handle, too much talent, too much chemistry for them to work it. They cannot get it past their 6-yard box, and that just shows. Reece Nelson, Thierry Henry, Emil Smith Rowe, and Bukayo Saka, the perfect front four. Let's starting off with Emil Smith Rowe. His passing, his pace, his power, everything about him is undeniable. And then when it comes to Reece Nelson, the only thing I can say about him is how shifty he is on the ball. His dribbling's insane, and his positioning is absolutely stunning. Every single time the ball comes in the box, Reece Nelson is always there in the perfect place, giving us an easy pass. And of course, how can we not talk about our star boy Bukayo Saka? On the other wing, on that right hand side, one-on-one, always beating his man. And now that he's getting 5-star skill moves, absolutely going to be unplayable. Bukayo Saka on the right wing is pretty much irreplaceable at this point. And with that being said, 5 games, 5 wins, making FUT Champs qualies look easy again, and Bukayo Saka finally finishes his evolution. Finesse plus, Rapid plus, 92 rated, 92 stats everywhere, and we're also going to give Thierry Henry his well-deserved chain. In 5 games, 6 goals, 8 assists, unstoppable. He is the living embodiment of Thierry Henry. Get his chain back. As we relish in all the knee slides from Knee Slide FC right here, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos, especially the ones watching all the way through. It's really taken me by surprise. I'm not expecting any support at all, especially at this stage of the channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next.